Hey, it is time for the opening crack, the sideshow to the D&D show we normally do, where we taste and rank some beer. Welcome, fellas.
Hey-o.
Hey.
What do we have on tap tonight?
Well, tonight we are drinking, well, there's some discrepancies here, but we believe it is currently called Ellie's Brown Ale, formerly known as
Elle's Brown Ale.
But apparently there was some drama.
I guess. We try to stay away from that, but I guess.
Try being the operative word.
They got sued. No, they didn't get sued. They got
Cease and desist.
encouraged to change the name.
Correct.
So they
Indeed.
changed it from L to Ellie's.
Yeah, they added an I. It's fine.
That's fine. And they did. So it's all good.
Yeah.
And they're still selling beer. That's all that matters.
Which is good, because I think it's pretty good.
It's a good beer. It's a good beer. It's a good brewery, too. So this beer comes from Avery Brewing Company in Boulder, Colorado, which has a lot of people know Avery Brewing for White Rascal, which is also a good beer. But this one that we're talking about tonight is an American brown ale that is pretty solid for the most part.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like nutty and chocolatey notes to it.
Yeah, I definitely pick up on the nuttiness to it. It's got to be some kind of a darker nut, too. It's almost like right on roasty, even.
Right. I think it comes across as a warm beer on the front with like a chocolatey clean finish to it. It's like you hit that note but it doesn't stay on your palate very long. It's a really nice beer. Well rounded.
You know, I'm kind of surprised they didn't name this as a nut brown ale. Like I'm getting a lot of nuts. Like more on like the darker like a walnut on that end of things.
Sure.
Yeah, what's this one look like? Who's got the can?
I got it. This is a cool one. There's a chocolate lab on the front of it.
He's a cutie. Good doggo.
I think that was the original L's, based on the website the description that they sent to us.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Okay, let's run through some of the taste profile. So malt.
Yeah, I think in comparison to others like that
Yeah.
we've done, for sure, I can taste the maltiness in this one.
It's quite toasty, and I think that's typical with darker beers, of course, that they have a toasty malt to them. No particular flavors that stand out to me, but it contributes to that warmth at the beginning of the beer, which is it's typical of a wintry beer.
How's the body, the mouthfeel of it?
It's heavier than other beers that we've tried. I think that's the best way to put it. So if you've been listening along with us through the pickle beer and the pistachio beer and then the IPAs and stuff and the pale ales that we've had, like this is by far the heaviest, where it's like it's always weird to me like how to describe darker beers, because it's not that the mouthfeel is heavy or
It's still not full. Like I wouldn't describe it as a full mouthfeel, but
correct.
I don't know.
Browns are never in that like dark beer.
No, not at all.
It's not. But I don't. So I feel like it leaves a little bit of a taste, like it's a lingering taste, but it's not bitter. It's not like a bad aftertaste. It just kind of sticks with you as you drink it.
It's very crisp for a dark beer.
Yeah, agreed.
Not like a Guinness that feels heavy going in, feels heavy all the way through your palate. It has not even that close to like the porter end of things.
No. And I think this one weighs in at 5.5 ABV, which is right in the brown ale range. Right?
Yeah, it is, and it doesn't like. To me, the alcohol doesn't really come through at all on it.
No.
And some of that is probably due to that maltiness. It's like that heavy flavor up front. You just don't get the alcohol on your palate, which is good. It makes it a drinkable beer.
You know, this is a different one for us. I don't think we've had any that have really been that malty.
Not at all.
Until this one.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because if you like dig into some of the other stuff we discussed, like hoppiness, do you taste it really?
I think you get like a brief somewhere in the middle, like between hitting your palate and going down with the clean finish. Like there's just enough there that it rounds out the other flavors, but it's not like forward by any means. That's what I taste.
It's like a secondary benefit of it.
And it's definitely there because this rates as a 28 on the IBU scale. So there's some bitterness to this beer, even though the malty, and that makes sense because maltiness typically leans towards sweetness. So it's like they're balancing each other out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Faerun. Where are you going to find this beer? Phil, where do you find this one?
Well, I have located a tavern somewhere between the Cold Wood and the Ice Spires, which is kind of a northeastern Faerun, and it can be found at a tavern there called Timber and Stone.
Ooh.
And I think we're gonna go kind of it's gonna be the namesake beer, so they're gonna call it Timber and Thistle for the brown ale that they're serving there. Yes, why are you giving me this look?
Then it looks good.
That's good.
Okay, like,
Signature beer.
Did
I
I
like it.
steal something?
No,
or
no, no.
It's giving me the eye.
No, I'm going up north to Mirabar, and I am going to an underground tavern because there's a whole bunch of dwarves that live in Mirabar, and they've got some underground, like where they live. And one of the bars that they have underground is called the Pick and Tankard, and this is known as the Dragon's Hoard.
Ooh, I like it.
All right, guys, I'm going to step out for just a second. I will be right back.
All right, apologies, all. Ross had to step away for a second, but while he is out, we have invited Carl to step in for Ross.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Oh, geez. Hey, Carl.
Welcome, Carl.
Hey,
Going.
thanks for having me. I really like the opening crack. What's the problem, guys? Well, anyway,
Carl, for the listeners, I wish you could see Carl here. Somehow the abominable snowman has made his way.
hang on. Yeti.
Oh, excuse
please.
me. I apologize, Carl.
If
I
you're
apologize.
confused, check out page 306 in the Monsters Manual.
Oh, I'll do that. Thanks, Carl. Do you know what you're doing here, my friend?
Well, Ross stepped out and told me I needed to come in and tell you guys where I drink this brown ale in Faerun.
Yeah.
Here, did you get a chance to take
No,
a
I'd
sip?
love to. I love this beer. It's so good. Hang on. Oh God, yeah. That's my jam right there, boys.
So, Carl, we were just talking about where you would find this in Faerun. So, where are you going to find it?
Oh man, I pick this up in Raven Rock all the time at the Roost. It's called the Frostfire Brown. It's good stuff, man.
Okay.
You all heard about that place? Like there's like a wizard that comes down and it's like they start the brewing process and he like waves his staff and it's like boom, Frostfire Brown. It's awesome.
Oh, do they know you by name there?
Oh yeah, I'm in there all the time.
Oh, okay.
Like it's kind of like an episode of Cheers. I walk in there all like, "Hey, Carl."
It's good to be a regular, Carl. We appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, oh yeah. There's a lot of beers with my name on them there. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I think Ross is coming back. So
Okay, you
peace
got a
out.
long trip home, so thanks, Carl.
Yeah, thanks, man. We'll see you guys. Hope to be back soon. So we'll see you. All right, later.
All right, as Carl leaves us, we're going to switch over to where in the challenge rating this one is going to fall in. Ross, welcome back.
there's
We missed
so
your
much
beer,
hair on
but
my
we're
chair.
we missed your challenge rating, or we missed your pub name. We're switching to challenge rating.
Okay, cool.
Where do you fit this in challenge rating 1 to 20? 1 being like super easy to drink, intro to beer 101, beer 101.
Sure.
Challenge rating 20 being like double hopped IPA, like
Sure.
kick you in the face beer.
I'm seeing this one as like a 6. I mean, I think it's mellow enough. It's not hard to drink. There's not a lot of hoppiness in there. If you like just general dark beers, or you pick up a stout every now and then during the winter, I think this is easy for you to drink. And even if somebody's drinking like Coors, Bud Light, something like that, I think this one's easy enough to pick up and drink that it's in that 6 range for me.
Phil, what about you?
I'm pretty much there too. I was thinking 7, and similar reasons to Ross. Like, it's not a domestic, but if that's what you're used to drinking, you could pick this up, and it's not going to hit you in the face with being overly malty. It doesn't have a bite to it. It's not super hoppy. There's no bad aftertaste to it. So, yeah, I think it's pretty drinkable.
Wow. I'm going to go on the polar opposite end with like a 14 or 15.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, most people, if they aren't used to beers, they don't want a dark beer. Like,
Sure.
it's going to be, you got to kind of work up to a darker
fair.
beer. And this is in that range. I think it's an excellent beer. I would definitely say if you like darker beers, try this one. Absolutely. But if you're just coming into like microbrews, that type of thing, I wouldn't necessarily start here.
I get that. I think it's like we've talked about in these before. I think I do it through the lens sometimes of what I like. And this is a very easy drink for me. I'm not going to change my score, but I definitely get where you're coming from. A lot of those Bud Light, Coors Light drinkers probably aren't even drinking a darker beer.
So what do we say, yay or nay?
Yay.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Oh,
Definitely.
I think we got 3 on that one.
If you want to check out other Avery Brewing beers, which I would highly recommend you do if it's either Ellie's or if you want to check out White Rascal, anything like that. You can find them just about anywhere, but you can also check out their website, averybrewing.com.
That's going to do it for this bonus episode. Stay tuned for more beer reviews in the future. You can check out our regular show, Bards and Barrels, anywhere podcasts can be found. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Bards and Barrels. Until next time, may your dice be hot and your beer be cold.